with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
Re-earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go, let's do it.
Here we go. 180!
Let's go.
Yes. Ram. No. Solid.
On first down, Rice, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike Bumbo. Watch the screen.
Great.
Watch the screen.
Working from the gun. Wentz going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Let's find two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, pick it up, D.
Let's find three.
Check. Hey, alert 3.
Let's find 7. Hang in there now. Back.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Check. Yeah, baby.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, empty.
Check 31. Check 3. Bang.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Slam.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Touchdown. You can't block me. You can't block me.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Kill, turn up. Top up. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Off the play fake. Beard. And he will find his man on the outside. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Beard. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Hey, let's get there. Hey, watch it. Check field goal.
To throw on third down. Beard. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Lion. Man 5-7. Hey, Lou. Lefty.
Hey, turn it up.
Here, sit.
He's checking.
5-9.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That's it, baby. Byron Jones brought him down. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Cowboys nothing.
Go. Ready!
Check in. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
He's coming. We got double up. Big Dan. Rip. Come. Go.
36. Check 24.
Shift.
Crunch. Check. Check hot route.
Shift.
Mike 13.
I'm coming. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Rice, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 280! Come on.
You got
Two Jack.
Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter. 49, check 49. Hey, high 7. Shift. Hey, kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Let's go. Go to base. Check back 47. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Beard, and he's going to go down again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Solid. Great.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, exit. General West. Switch. Great 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Rice. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Go. 120. Let's go. Run. Please. Hey, stand. Let's find two. It's 74. Let's find three. Check it out.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
5-7. Hey, Buck. Hey, Alpha. Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill. Back.
Play action. Now Wentz. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, empty.
They'll run on 1st down. Rice. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
5-2. On here. 5.
Check three. Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist.
Here.
SOS.
Check 52.
On play action, it's Wentz. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw on second down. Beard. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He can run for it, and he will. And some room to roam now. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, Ford, told you! Hey, wahoo! Here. Mike 13. He's got breathing.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Yeah. Mike 13.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lefty. Rip.
Check safety. Rush in.
6-5-7.
Wide.
Hey, Charlie.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Slam.
On play action, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's hey, Haywood. Come on.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Oh, here we go. Shoot.
Go.
Jim.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Beard. Looking left side, and it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And brings up third down.
Get him, you got him.
He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I got you. Take forward on it.
From the gun on third down. Beard. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Run for Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd and 10, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, Echo. 13, Mike 13.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Going to run again here with Pollard. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Set, ready. Set the plan. Not today, you are. Not today. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw on 3rd down, Beard. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
47-yard line.
Ready. 47. Check my 47. All day, every day, any day.
first down. Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the slant. Shoot!
Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Echo. 47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47. No chance. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Beard. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
He's coming. Check in. Crunch time, defense. Out.
We're 5-7. Here, shift.
I got motion. Mike 13.
Hey, orbit.
I know he is.
What's that?
Here's Wentz to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
82! Deuce! Tyson!
Watch twist.
Go!
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable now for Saunders. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Back now in Arlington, it's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Watch the run.
To throw on second down. Beer. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first and 10, here's Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
High 7.
13, Mike 13. He's coming.
Better break. 5'9", 5'9". Better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Mike 13, Mike 13.
Wentz will try again on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and 10.
Hey, exit. Here we go.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
I'm coming after you.
Kill. 13, Mike 13. You bet Alpha. Here.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check him.
Ain't no center.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. But his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Squeeze, double check.
He's coming.
Squeeze.
Double up.
Off play action. Beard. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I got you.
First down,
I got you.
Philadelphia.
Quick the edge. Come. 30. Ram. Check 24.
Wentz now on first down. Taking a deep shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Let's get it. 66, bullet, half. Hey, check, Mike.
Off the play fake. Beer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go. Do it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. First down, and it's Pollard again. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On fourth down, Beard. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Under 10. 10. Go. Hey. 1, 3, check 3.
Second and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Banks. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Banks. He's going to let it fly. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Off play action. Banks. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely 1st down. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 13, Mike, run it.
From the gun, Banks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Go. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check it.
Off the play fake. Banks. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4.